Alright, what's going on YouTube today? I'm going to be doing an introduction of this game called The Finals to newer players because I've seen a 38% increase in players playing this game, and I've gotten some comments saying, what do I do if I'm a new player? Now, The Finals is a little bit intimidating, especially if you're seeing people's clips. It can be a really fast-paced game if you are that style of player, but if you are a slow, tactical, like I could be the best movement crackhead ADHD player in the game, but if you are just legitimately smarter than me, there are ways to win that gunfight against me every single time, and that is what is beautiful about the finals. All right, here we are in the practice range, and a quick introduction to what the practice range is. It's somewhere where you can take your character and do anything that you can do in the game. I think even like stealing and using barrels and objectives over here. The biggest part is this firing range over here. That's where you're going to do most of your weapon testing. So the first thing I want you to do before you head into a game, you're a new player to the finals. I know if you're seeing this video, you probably have already played a little bit, but reset your palette, forget everything you've learned. We're going to play this with an effort to have fun, right? That's what we're looking for, but you can't have fun if you're getting pooped on all the time. So we're going to focus on just learning the fundamentals, right? Pick a weapon and everything you have unlocked, and just try to hit this moving target as many times as you can, and see how it feels, right? All right, the pike felt pretty good. I felt like I can hit my shots. So that's how I feel about that weapon. Then I'll move to the FAMAS, do the same thing. All right. Feels pretty good, but I don't like burst weapons. Try the FCAR. And then just go through all of them. With the abilities, Charge and Slam, Mesh Shield, start with that if you're going to go heavy. And then if you're a light player, I think Grapple. If you're going to be a light player, use Grapple. If you're going to be heavy, use Mesh Shield or Charge and Slam. If you're going to be a medium, use Turret or Heal Beam. Once you find what you like as a class, like you're a light main, you're a medium main, you're a heavy main. Once you go from that, play a few games with that kit, and then go forward and try those other niche abilities, and then dive into what your actual playstyle is. Because so much of this game, when you first start playing it, is finding out what your niche style of play is. Say you use barrels more than anyone you know, right? Like you're always looking for barrels, and that's your style of play. I'm always gooing and then throwing gas, and you hardly ever shoot your weapon. Like that's your stick. Like right now, my whole stick is the Gravity Vortex. Almost no one uses it from when I started using it. Now everyone's using it, but I use this all the time because no one uses it. There's so many different things you can do in this game to have fun. Use something unique and think of something crazy in your mind, some crazy combo, and commit to it. And even if it's bad, as long as you're having fun doing it. But I would recommend, if you're a light player, use Grapple, because it forces you to think about repositioning. Instead of just dashing left, right to be a hard target to hit, you have to think about where you're at. These two, great for medium. You're always going to be helping your team with these. Dematerialization is once you are comfortable in medium, you can do a lot of crazy plays with Demo. All of the top players in medium use Demo. I really enjoy it. You can do some crazy things, but you got to get the fundamentals down before you start enjoying that. And then with heavy, I'd recommend Charge and Slam, Mesh Shield. A lot of good team utility for Mesh Shield, and then Charge and Slam is great because those up-close gunfights where you feel a little panicky, you can just kind of hit that, and it's kind of like a get-out-of-jail-free card. Now, that is enough on the classes. So you pick what class you want to be. You've got an idea of what loadout you want to use. You're going to go into game. But one of the biggest things that's holding the finals back is UI. I'm looking at a lot right here, and a lot of people don't know what the hell is going on. You've got this menu over to the right with some of the stuff we need. Let's go over how to get to everything, right? So on the right side, you come in. Let's reset the menu. You come in. I hit right on my D-pad. If you got a mouse and key, it's much easier. But if you're on controller or on console, I hit my D-pad and I go over to the right to hit all of these. So if you are unlocking weapons, you don't have everything unlocked. You're a new player. You want to get some of these weapons unlocked so you can use if you don't have base weapons. Nothing in this main menu tells you how to do that. What you want to do is go to the right, go to equipment, select that. These will be grayed out with a little diamond symbol on them, whatever you don't have unlocked. But that's not the premium currency that you see in the store. How do you unlock it? If you see above me, I'm going to use my mouse to highlight it, right here. 5,000 and 5,000, it's this diamond currency. This is how you unlock weapons and equipment. Let's see if I have anything locked still. The minigun. I haven't unlocked the minigun yet, right? So this is what it'll look like if you don't have something unlocked. what you'll do, you see the prompt right underneath my head here, is unlock for 2,200. That is a lot. Every time you play a game, and win or lose, you will earn some of this currency here. You'll win about 70 to 250, somewhere in there, per game, depending on if you win. That'll add up over time, and then you could use those diamonds to unlock stuff. So you come over to the equipment page, select that. If you see the top right, it says light, medium, heavy. Go to your class of what you want to unlock, head over to it, select it, and then I hit X. For keyboard and mouse, you just select it. And it goes ahead and you unlock it. So I can do that right now as an example. Boom. Now you've got it. I've got the minigun unlocked. I go over to another tab, contestants, over here. This is all my contestants I can pick before I go into a game, right? I only have one heavy build, but I've got 2 medium builds and 3 light builds, right? Let's go over to my heavy build. I hit A to hit edit, and then I go over, pick my slot. I just unlocked the minigun. I slide it in there. Now when I head into the game, this is what's going to be equipped, right? If that makes sense. Every single time. Like, I'll always have that. So if you want to edit what you have there when you're not going right into game, because some people think when you've got that loading screen up, it's doing the intro to the game and it shows your gear. That's when you pick your gear. No, you can do that from the menu. Just go over to contestants, pick which build you want. If you want to make another one, you hit create here. You can have a max of 8. You can do multiple ones just to have different outfits. That's a big reason why I do mine. But if you want to have these pre-built classes, this is where you edit all that. And you equipped what you would like to use here. And if it is grayed out or not unlocked, that's how you would unlock that. You go over to the equipment tab underneath my talking head to the right. That's how you would unlock that, and that's how those diamond currencies work. You want to earn those just by playing games. I play Quick Play, Power Shift. We'll get into that in a little bit too. But after doing enough of that, you'll get enough of that diamond currency, and you can start unlocking what you want to use in game. And then when you want to equip it, this is how you do that. Now, you've got a handle on the basics of how to unlock stuff, but what are we doing when we're playing the finals? What are we progressing towards, right? We're new players. We're not like hopping into ranked yet. We're learning the game. I just want to have fun. Career and clubs here. Big things. A club is like, I don't know if you ever play Clash of Clans. It's like a clan. All of your friends can come together in a club, or like you like a final streamer, you can ask, hey, can I be in your club? Once you join their club, you'll see something like this. And your entire club can do contracts. So, leveling up your club or your clan. And the head of the thing accepts contracts, and then anyone inside the club can do the contracts, progressing and leveling up your club as a whole. I would get into one of those. That's more XP you can get by doing these contracts with your club. But that's a cool little aspect to this game. You want to try and get into a club with your buddies, make your own. It's a lot of fun. I love this aspect of the game. Now, career, that's a big thing. When you boot up the finals, your screen is not going to look like mine, because mine's all yellow. That's why I look like I've got jaundice on my face, because my screen is yellow. You go into career, it's going to prompt you to choose 3 sponsors. You see the bottom left. You see Osbooz, Alpha Acta, and Engimo, the red, yellow, and like teal down there. I signed with Osbooz because they have the best reward at the end. In my opinion, this looks crazy, but you're gonna sign with them. You're gonna be prompted to pick. The lore behind this part of the game is, right, you're a contestant in the game. You're this is a virtual, the finals is a virtual reality game show. So you're loading in to the virtual reality, and you're playing a team of 3 against other teams of 3 to extract the most amount of cash, right? People are watching. It's a live event on TV. Everyone, it's a whole thing there. But the games are sponsored by different companies. But only 3 companies officially sponsor the finals tournament at once, right? That's why every time we have a new season, people are like, who's gonna be the sponsors this season? It's who are the top 3 sponsors for the finals are gonna be, who you can sign with. Whoever you pick, it's like your favorite football or soccer player signing with a team. The better you do, the more they're gonna like give you gear and stuff to wear, because you're representing their brand. So I signed with Osbooz. I start winning a bunch of games. Every time you win a game, you'll get fans, like for that player. So like, so I'm a Browns fan. So say I'm a fan of Myles Garrett. He's a player on the Cleveland Browns for football. He does really well. Eventually, he gets more fans like me. Every game you do well or you win, you get a certain amount of fans. You see on this progress bar above these pants, I have 68,930 fans. I think that's a really cool part of this game, but I've got 68,000 fans, and I've been working on that every single game, and as you go through, you'll progress. More and more fans will get you more and more sponsored gear from your sponsor. So Ospoos gives me these yellow Ospoos pants to rep their brand, right? This sticker to put on my gun to rep their brand. This background for my player card. And we keep going. It gives me this emote where I hold the actual Ospoos energy drink and I can hit that in game. And then I just got this Ospoos jacket. That's kind of cool. Like, they give you gear the more fans you get to rep their brand or to advertise their brand, which I think is a really cool aspect of the game that people don't get into enough. And at the very end, there's a really cool thing they give you, like a sponsored product they give you. And this is like this lightning blueprint for the new ARN 220 rifle that has their branding all over it. Like, here, you're our star player in the finals tournament. Here's an Ospoos sponsored ARN 220 that's tricked out so that when everyone's watching you play the finals, all the fans that you have watch you, they'll see that and want to buy Ospoos. That is the premise of the sponsors. Really, really cool. I think this is an awesome aspect of the game that adds some lore, and you get to pick between the top 3 and kind of rep them and be like, Ospoos is the best, playing against other people who are other brands. It just adds some depth to the gameplay that's already there. And it gives you some cosmetics that people that signed with other brands don't get, right? So if I signed with the red faction at the bottom left, Alpha Acta, I'd get like military-themed, like red and black stuff. I wouldn't get any of this yellow cosmetics. So that is what Career tab does there. It shows you your progress with the brand that you sign with. Another side note, whoever you pick to sign with, your menu screen is going to have their branding on it too. So I signed with Ospoos. You see behind me here, I have the giant Ospoos logo behind me. And I just think that's a cool touch too. Like, my menu is different looking than someone who signed with Njimo. That's just some depth to the game. I think that's great. Here's a good example of my sponsored gear. Like, look, I'm sponsored by Ospoos, and you can tell with my kit right here. Everything's yellow and black, and I got the Ospoos brand. That's that jacket I got from them. Ospoos headband. It's just really cool. It looks like a sponsored player. It's kind of like NASCAR, when a NASCAR racer is like decked out in all these little sponsored stickers and stuff. So it makes it feel more realistic. But that's what the Career tab does. That's what almost all of these do. Clubs as well. Now, I'm going to explain the top right. Here are all of your basic notifications. They give out little PSA stuff here. If you want to check that, that's where you would hit that. Also, if you're on controller, I click in my left stick. That's how you get to this menu up here. You're not going to be able to do it unless you click in your left stick up here. Because you can see in the top right. Wait. How do I make my finger? Yeah, top right. What is going on? There. Boom. See how it says click in your left stick here? Whatever prompt that says for you, that's how you're going to open up this like area at the top of your menu. So that's your little PSA notifications from Embark, the people who make this game. This is going to be your friends list. That's how you get over to your friends. These are my Steam friends, and these are your finals friends. If I want to say, I have Neon Guts here, as you can't really see my friends list. Let's get rid of my face. Say I want to invite Neon Guts. I would select his name, and I'd be like, hey, invite to my party, or whatever, or stuff like that. Or say Shocho, another one of my buddies, is here. I have him in my club. I can remove him from my club or invite him to my party if he's on. So that's how you get to this. Also, if you see on the top left over here, now you're going to be able to see my username. Add me if you want after you see this. Friends, recent requests, right? So this is the friends list. If you want to find someone who is maybe cheating in the last game you were playing, you'd go over to recent, look for their name, hit it, and then you'd either block or report, or you had a really good teammate that you want to play with again or bring with them into World Tour or something. You go into recent and you'd be like, hey, invite to party, and then invite them to be a friend. So that's how you do that. And then if you have an outgoing friend request or someone who wants to be friends with you, these are your sent friend requests. I always send friend requests to people who I think are cheating. because I want them to join my game, and so I can yell at them. But I like to yell at cheaters. This is where your requests are going to be. So you want to invite a friend. This is how you get up here. It'll tell them where they're at. So it says Neon's in World Tour. This guy's in World Tour. See, it says I'm in the main menu. If you see someone say it's yellow in the main menu, they're ready to be invited to the game. And that's how you would do that. Now, you hit this tab again, top right. This is where you get your club progression, right? That's my hyphenation for my club, TRIIX for asterisk. It would bring you to this club page, just like anything else. Other than that, here is your level, your base level progression right here. You get all these cosmetics for going through your base level, playing the game. All of them are kind of mid, except for like maybe this one and the oversized shirt. I wish the leveling cosmetics were a little bit better, but they're not, unfortunately. But eventually you start getting these level tabs. You can use our player card. We'll go to our player card in a little bit, but that is what's here. Also, from this page, if you want to check your ranked rank, you see that in the top left. You can check your sponsorship page from here, your base stats for everything. Here are mine. Not a big winner. I like 50% win rate. Even less, almost. Your progression. Here's your rank and the rewards. That's where you're going to find that information for you. I have to do my last placement game. And then here are the leaderboards for all of the game modes. That's where you would find all of that. Past that, this is if there's any XP things going on right now. And then that is this top area. If you want to add like more premium currency, that's how you would do that. And then I don't even think you can yeah, this would bring you to the unlock page. So that's how you do that. Now on the left side over here, one of the most underrated and important parts of the menu is the contracts. So every single day there are 5 daily contracts you can do. They are always the same. If you've seen some of my videos, you see me doing them. Every time I do a video, I do my daily contracts. Then if you go over to the tab one over in the top left to daily club, these are your club contracts. We already went over those. And then you've got the weekly contracts here. Every week you've got you notice Alpha Acta Open at the top left. That is one of those brands. So that brand is sponsoring the first 3 weeks of the season of the finals. That's about to end. So after this third week of the season 6 of the finals, you see the grayed out Ngemo challenge and the Auspuz Expo over there on the other side of the screen. It'll unlock the Ngemo, and then we'll have stage 1, 2, and 3 of Ngemo weekly challenges. And you see the bottom right, circuit reward. You do all of the contracts here. You get that pistol cosmetic there. And it could be something kind of mid there, or it could be a cosmetic that's really cool. I don't really use that weapon, but I'm doing all the contracts anyway because it gets me XP, and the rewards. If you see over here on the right side underneath my right here, you get XP and fans. So that helps me progress through my career, my sponsor page right here as I'm trying to get to the end of it. And I just think that's useful information. So do your contracts. If you're bored and you're just trying to play like for a little bit every day, and you're not playing ranked, this gives you something to work towards. Like, do your contracts. That's how you're gonna have fun in this game without sweating your balls off, is doing your weekly and daily contracts and then hopping off. Then you feel like you're working towards something. So there's that. Here's the battle pass. It's one of our better battle passes we've gotten. I'm not even all the way through it, but it does have some free rewards for you if you don't buy it, so it's still good to keep track of. And then you've got this little tab here that highlights some stuff in the store. And then in the very top left corner is how long we have left in the season, in the active season. So we've got 63 days until season 7. And that is the menu. Now, the most important part is down here, the play and change game mode. So don't just hit play. We go hit change game mode, and you'll see all of these. We've got quick play, world tour, ranked tournament, practice, private match, right? Practice is where you're going to find tutorials and the practice range. I didn't even know they added these two. Please play both of these. Terminal Attack, underrated. I'm going to be doing a series playing Terminal Attack. It is just search and destroy for the finals. Quick Cache is the main mode for this game. So do the Quick Cache tutorial if not anything else. Trust me. Trust me, it's worth it. It's good to understand the base of this game. And then the practice range is where I showed you at the beginning of this video how you would pick what class you want to be, what weapon you use with that class, and then how to get all that movement mastered before you head into your first game. Then, I would recommend going over to Quick Play. You got 4 game modes. These are your casual game modes. You don't want to play World Tour because that's the big tournament. You're against a bunch of other teams, and you don't want to play ranked because, you know, we're not sweating yet. We're new players. So, we're going to start at Quick Play. I start off playing Power Shift. Start off playing Power Shift. Don't start off playing Team Deathmatch. It's a little bit... It's weird in the finals. It's a little sweaty. Power Shift is the way to go. If you're a new player trying to learn about the finals, play Power Shift, man. It's a moving platform where... Here, this will explain what it is.
It's time to claim fame in the game we call Power Shift. Jump into the arena, get to the platform, and capture it to set it in motion.
You'll be earning cash as the platform starts moving towards your goal. Try to get 2 or even 3 of you on there, so the platform moves that much faster. If anything gets in the way of our platform, it'll just rip right through it. You'll have to adapt your attack or defense as the arena crumbles around you.
And in this competition, you can switch your whole contestant pack between respawns. The first team to reach their goal, or the team that's closest when time's up, wins.
However, if your team holds the platform but isn't in the lead when time is up, we'll call overtime, just to see if you can get it back across the center line to secure the win. Good luck out there, and don't let the power shift away from you.
So that was a cool little video explaining what it is, but what's great about this, from a new player standpoint, there's one objective, everyone is working towards the same thing, and you don't even have to stand on it. If you want to learn recoil and see how other players are playing, you can just play from height on tops of buildings and just try and hit as many shots as you can and go for revives or go for support while you're learning the game. And win or lose, you're still going to have fun. This is the greatest introductory game mode, and after you're done playing Power Shift, you feel like you've got... You're like, okay, I'm definitely a heavy main. I really love playing heavy. I really love using the Shack or the minigun with the mesh shield. I know who I am. When I log on the finals, I'm that heavy guy. That's when you head over to Quick Cache. And this is the main game mode of the game. This is the finals.
It's showtime, contestants. Let's start by diving into Quick Cache.
You'll play Cash Out as a single match rush with 3 teams.
The main mode.
The first team to reach 20,000 wins.
First, head for the vault and grab the cash box.
Yep.
Next, insert the box into a cash out station, but be careful, your opponents can steal a cash out in progress.
That's right, you'll need to set up defenses and use our arenas to your advantage. Be ready for anything.
Now gear up, get out there, and give us a show.
Short and sweet, makes sense. If you look at all these, there's random events, game show events on the right, variants, different weather, all the maps on the left. This is how you'll practice the main mode. 1 round, if you get 2 cash outs successfully, you win the game. And that's it. Pretty short, sweet, and simple. That's how you practice the rule set. After that, right? Say you've made new friends, you've got people to play with, even if you don't. Then, like, you've got your footing. You're a finals player. You're watching it on YouTube, like right now. You're watching shorts. You're watching creators on TikTok. Like, you love playing the finals. You've got a grip on it. The menu isn't confusing anymore. This is your game. You're having fun. You're pretty good at quick play. Head to World Tour. You're not a ranked player, though. You're having fun in quick play, but you're not getting off of your 9 to 5 to play ranked. Like, you're not there yet, or it doesn't appeal to you, but you want to do the whole thing. Like, you want to have fun playing World Tour. So this is ranked without being ranked. So the difference between World Tour and ranked is World Tour happens, you see this map, it happens in different spots all over the world, in this theoretical lore that they built, right? So this virtual game show will be hosted in virtual environments based in different parts of the world, and it changes every week. So you see week 1, week 2 different, and then they'll pick different maps and locations to theme it around. And this is a lot of fun because it's 3 games, like it's a whole tournament. You'll have a bunch of teams in a bracket style, March Madness style tournament. You'll play against 4 other teams or 3 other teams, 4 total, including your own. And whoever gets the most cash out of these cash outs, the top 2 teams move on to the next bracket, and the top 2 teams from this bracket move on to the next bracket as well. And then the top 2 teams out of those winning 4 will be the last 2, and the winner of that wins the whole tournament, right? So you only have to win 1 bracket to get points for World Tour. If you win all the brackets, you win the whole tournament, you win the finals, you'll get a bunch of points and a bunch of fans. We were talking about sponsors earlier. But if you lose, you don't lose anything. And that's the difference between World Tour and Ranked. If you go over to Ranked,
Step into tournament mode, avoid being knocked out, and you can reach the final round. And that's exactly what this game show is all about.
You'll still
This is
play
the cash out from before.
Find a vault, grab the cash box, insert it into a cash out station, and don't let anyone steal it.
Start in the knockout rounds, where your team needs to get enough cash to finish in the top 2 each time. In the final round, it's just 2 teams in a single match rush. The first to reach 20,000 will be our champions.
Tournaments are the pinnacle of competitive play. That means your respawn credits are limited for the entire tournament. And you can't change your loadout
Limited
mid-round.
respawns.
When you're ready, you can even join a ranked tournament, where your performance can boost you to a new league.
So, team up, jump in, and give us a show. Can you reach the finals?
and that's why it's called finals, is that bracket. So those are all of the game modes you can play. Hang around a quick play. When you're first starting out on the finals, play Power Shift. I'm telling you, that's going to be the best to get a hold on the game. You have Terminal Attack here. This is your Search and Destroy mode for this game. Team Deathmatch. That's if you want to turn your brain off and just go for kills. Also a good game mode to play casually. And then Quick Hatch, which is the main mode of the game. And then you head over. World Tour is really well supported. It's a lot of fun. And then Private Match, you can just play with your friends. Just messing around, having fun, and doing whatever you want to do there. But that is the finals. One of the best things are the great cosmetics, a really good gunplay. I could praise the finals all the time. Their balancing is a little iffy sometimes, like we're having a sword dash problem, a Cerberus problem, but overall this game is a whole lot of fun, and I don't think there's a better FPS on the market right now. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions that I haven't answered in this video yet, please let me know down in the comments. I read them all. I will respond right away, and the finals community is pretty welcoming. So other people who see the comments asking questions will probably answer them before me. So if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoy your time here, and this answers or this solves some of your problems trying to understand the finals. But I hope after watching this video, you're ready to get out there and reach and win the finals. Thanks for watching. Peace.